Hello there, and today we'll be talking about the one and only Lavos. So, what about Lavos would be so interesting to be making a video about? Well, the fact that he has a new augment, and by far it is really good. Like, straight up good. One of the best augments in my opinion. But I will tell you about it in a few. So, let's get to it. Hello there. Just before we start the build and get straight to the build, I would like to announce that I have a Discord now. So if you want to join it, feel free to. And you can post your ideas there. And I'll be streaming more on my Twitch. And be, more active. This month. I'm gonna be trying to hit a goal of at least like 50 subscribers. Like that's like the best I can think of. 50 subscribers, and I will personally play whatever game you guys want me to. I'm not even joking. I will play any game, even if it's like god horrendous. Anyways, back to the video. Well, we're in Silicram now. Nice, right? Anyways, I'm gonna show you how this build works. So for the most part, as you probably already know, Lavos is the elemental warframe. He can mix any elements by far, and that's really good. But with Valiant's formation, what it does is, by default, any ability you cast here, I can just combine these two elements, and voila. Now, my gun now has corrosive. It basically applies any element that you have on there to that. This can also increase the damage drastically, as you can see. Because, like, by default my build has viral, but you can see the corrosive is doing a lot of damage. Usually it wouldn't do that. But as you can see, it really is doing, like, way too much damage. As you can see right there. Okay, this is a weapon without the buffs. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. But if we apply this and do this, it just shreds their armor. Like, by far, it just melts them. Like, they're just dead. They're just fucking dead. And, pretty much that's kind of what Valiant's formation does. There's better YouTube videos that explain what it does overall, but, like, it is what it is. Now to the build. I have two builds for you for today. Oh, no, not that. Today we will be having two builds, and this depends on what you want. Do you want to have a full Umbra build, or do you want to not have a full Umbra build? Because there is difference between these two builds. For one, the Umbra build has more armor and a lot more tankability, but if you don't want that, it's completely viable. You don't need to do that. This right here, you can completely get rid of this. I just have this just for, whatever, You could replace this with literally any other mod, not Arcane Energized, but you could definitely replace it with Arcane Grace for, like, more survivability. So, like, if you take health damage, you just get that. This is for more damage overall, because, like, we have Umbra Intensify here. So, we can keep that in there. Archon Vitality is here to give us the heat damage when we do our fourth ability, obviously. And we have Archon Continuity here for the obvious reason of, stripping armor. I would say 100% having two green Tal Shard Archon Shards on you would be really good. It's not necessary, per se. You don't need it per se in that regard. But it is really helpful to have in these types of scenarios. We obviously have Swift Bite here to keep the cooldown down, to help us get through most of the things. And we have Valiant's Formation. Like I said, this thing does a lot of damage. It gives you a 200% damage increase. So overall, it's a really good buff. It only lasts like 20 seconds. I wish it lasted 30 seconds or something close to that. I'm not sure if they nerfed this augment or not. I feel like they used to be bigger, but I'm not sure. But even so, it's a really good mod. And this is more or less an armor strip build in a sense. Like you're going to be destroying enemies' health bars with your guns pretty easily. This is the Umbra Forma one. Not the worst one we got, but it is what it is in that regard. We still have this, and we have all these, and this is more or less a tankier build. Like you just throw it on, and boom, you have more tanky options. But we still have this for the armor stuff, because the enemies with less armor are more viable to be destroyed bars, damage, and overall that is really good for us. And as you can see, 2,000 health and 2,000 armor. I don't see why the energy's there though. That just kind of makes no sense. And overall, very good, very tanky, and honestly, you're not gonna die that easily. And he's like really simple to get. Well, not too simple, but you can get him like in demos. So that's my build. Um, I will be. That's kind of it for today. I will be posting more builds, like depending on what you guys want me to post. Personally, um, I would personally like a recommendation on what I should make a build on next, and what type of stuff you would like to see in the future. But for now, as I have taken up too much of your time, and I bid you adieu.